Christmas contains a powerful message, the birth of love. But Christmas also is loaded with expectations, and more than often, alcohol plays a role in ruining those expectations. In some countries, Christmas is decorated with anti-alcohol campaigns, like Give Your Child a Sober Christmas. Today, we will learn why this is a very bad advice. Welcome to the retrospective. When I think of Christmas, images of Christian faith, safety, warmth, peace, good food and family come to mind first. This is the non-drinking family's perspective to the advice, give your child a sober Christmas. And we can immediately agree that every child deserves that their parents wouldn't drink. Random appearances from chemical persons like wasted parents or wasted Santa would surely spoil the mood. Sober parents are always better than drinking ones, no question about it. So the motive is pure, but also somewhat irrelevant. A healthy family doesn't need anti-alcohol advice. The music changes somewhat when we take a drinking family's perspective. Here we must understand that the family head being drunk is the normal state in this kind of family. I can think of at least 6 arguments to show how ignorant and counterproductive this advice can be. First, double moral. Focusing on Christmas alone is a bit strange. Why would the Christmas Eve be more important than the other days of the year? Come on, that's just lame. Secondly, the advice is impractical. An alcoholic parent doesn't really care about drinking advice because their will is dysfunctional. Any advice aimed to alcoholics comes always too late. Thirdly, this is a guilt trap and not what an alcoholic parent needs. They are already devastated by pain and guilt. To drink is to avoid pain. To keep drinking is to avoid guilt. Appeals to guilt makes alcoholics feel even worse and might even trigger further drinking. Fourthly, the advice is probably based on a wrong assumption that the drinker, in their sober state, would actually care about their family? Wrong again. The alcoholic cares only about drinking, and if they are not drinking, they are at least planning the next drinking opportunity. Fifth, an alcoholic who is forced to put the cap back on for Christmas Eve can easily turn into a dry drunk. Now, dry drunks are like cornered animals, edgy and trying to find even the smallest reason to start an argument that would then lead to drinking. Nobody wants to be around a dry drunk because it's an endless drama, manipulation and even covered drinking. And finally, a sober Christmas in an alcoholic family would be quite stressful since sober roles are unknown. Family members know how to run the normal theater, like minimize the damage and hide the knives and hide the alcohol or lie to the neighbors and lie to the police. That's standard stuff of every alcoholic family. When the drunk doesn't drink, nobody knows their theatrical lines anymore, and it's stressful. We learned that anti-alcohol advice has honest motives, but there are at least 6 reasons why it's counterproductive for alcoholic families. Let's not confuse the high ideals of Christmas with some feel-good narratives like Sober Christmas. In an alcoholic family's gritty reality, things can only change when the drunk enters a proper rehab, and never before. Dear God, grant us serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and to know the difference, wisdom.